Afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever you are. So today, basically, I just want to show you how we can be able to remove or replace the system board on you can see Sun Fire X4200. Okay, let's get to it, and let me just, if I can adjust things a little bit more. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right, now, obviously, the best thing is to get a screwdriver that is, you can flip it flat as well as Philip. And in this particular motherboard, I just realized that you may have to have what it's called to get there are two small bolts that you need to take out right there. I'm not sure. Hey, how are you? So these things, you may need to get like a socket, and I'm not sure exactly what size, but anyway, so just watch and I will show what I can do. So this is what we have. As I promised you the last time, I'm gonna take this motherboard and I'm gonna show you the best we can do. Okay, so the first thing we need to do, you always wanna make sure you have a wristband, and once you unplug everything, you take all the cables, you mark them. You want to make sure that there is an amber yellow, which means that it's in a service mode. That's when you could be able to remove everything. So obviously you will be most likely working with an SA. SA basically stands for system administrator, or someone who is going to tell you what you should not do. All right, so let's keep going. So the best thing is to do, one, you need to start out with, we need to remove this bezel, the front bezel. And what you can do is you open this thing, and there's a small screw right there. Let me see, are you able to see it? Let me just bring my other phone just to follow up to make sure. Okay, sorry about that. I had to get a couple of things. All right, so back to square one. So in this case, there is a small screw right here, and it says big sign. It says loosen screw to remove bezel. So we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna just loosen it up and make sure. Once it's all done, you could be able to remove, you could just push these things on the side slowly. And it may be a little bit difficult, so I may have to just lift it up, and there it goes. I just don't want to cut myself. Let me get on the other side. And I'm going to do the same thing. I may not be able to see your comments all the time, but I will go back and forth. See, I removed this bezel. You need to remove this thing. I'm gonna tell you why. Because once you remove this, the next thing is, see this thing? This one is just to remove, the last time I showed you, is just the fans, okay? And they're so old, usually you have to, says here, look what it says here, lift handle to remove the fan, but you know, it's kind of old and it breaks off, so you may want to just you could just grab it from here on the side and lift it and put it down. All right, so once I loosen up the again, that small screw right here for the bezel, which this one I removed, so you could just push this thing here, this one, which is the silver cover, and you slide that way and it comes off. So I'll do it right here. Same thing with this. Since I loosened up the screw, best thing is to do like this. Watch me. You see how it goes? And then you just push that way. You push that way, front. So the cover for the server is that way, but to get to remove this one is the opposite. So your best bet, just open this one up and go like that, and boom, it comes off. And we put it right here. Okay. Any questions, comments so far? You guys good? All right. Now, let's see. All right. So the next thing I wanted to do, all right, now let me just lift this thing up to give you an idea how it looks. You see it? I may be able to move my camera or my phone to let you see what's going on, because basically all this stuff has to come off. And I really don't need to remove these things. I don't need, like the one I showed you earlier, see how you could remove it? These are the pins, okay? I mean, you know what, I'm gonna remove them on the side just to give you some idea. So you can see they're so old, and just want to show you how it looks. Looking good? Okay. All right. All right, let me see if I can move this thing and just show you how it looks inside. This is how the motherboard looks. Okay, so what I wanted to do, my screwdriver, and point out a couple of things so for you to understand. You see this one right here? I have to remove it. There is two small bolts in here that holds the motherboard, so you make sure you get wrenches, but the rest is Phillips screwdrivers. There's one. This is CPU 1, this is CPU 0. I know they like a little confusing. Sometimes they go by 0 and 1. Some places they go by 1 and 2. And it says right here, you could see it. You see what it shows? CPU 0. Okay. So, and these are asymmetrical. The CPU heatsink symmetrical, which means is once you put these things back on, they have to match up, but not the CPU, which I will remove and I'll show you. So anyway, so let's keep going. So we need to remove this, that. So let's keep going just to give you some idea. These are obviously the memory. This is the CMOS battery, for those of you who do not know. And this is also, this clip needs to be removed. And here I could show you a couple other things as well as this one. This has to be also removed as well as that one in order for me to remove the system board. Okay. All right. Okay, let me just point it, direct it, as they call it. How's that? Let me get closer here so you see what I'm doing. Okay, this is better, right? I think. All right. Don't forget, you got a wristband. Magnetic will be nice, so you don't lose those. You want to lose these screws. Sometimes it catches up, sometimes not. Okay. All right. By the way, for those of you who just joined in, I just want to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And let me see if you can see two important things which I really wanted to point out. I may have to move the camera on the other side. There's two important screws that I need to remove, and I don't want you to miss them because this is very important. Let me see if I can get something to put over it. So I want to get this box and put the camera on top of it. Let's see what happened. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Beautiful. Now, let me see if I can do a little close-ups. Let's see. There. I want to point out, you see this one? I need to remove this as well as that one in order for me to get the motherboard. Now, there is two special screws which I removed earlier, but to make it quicker, this is what I'm talking about right here. Let's remove this first. And don't forget what it says front. See where it says front? Make sure you put it back the way it was. And now we got this rivet right here. Just open, lift it up, as well on this side, and slide it out. I'll show you, see? So this is connected to the motherboard, right? And this is the other one is connected to where you have the CD-ROM and other peripherals. What happens is here, you have two screws, you see them? They look like bolts. I'm not sure exactly what size, maybe 7, maybe 6. And what they go right here. Right here. So I removed them earlier to make it quicker. So I'm gonna put them right here on the side. I never seen a motherboard where it has bolts, usually screws or something like that. And then here also you got another one. This cable, you need to unplug it. Just be a little careful. These sharp objects, sometimes they could cut you, and I really don't want to get caught. So once you remove this thing, there's another screw right underneath. And we got it out. So let me see how many screws we have. All right, let's see. So we got basically, let's see, to be exact, I got 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 7. I got 7 screws plus 2 small bolts. Actually, there's one more. See, I'm wrong. There's another one right here. I almost missed it. Oh wow! So it's not 7 now anymore. It's 8. It's stuck. Okay. So now we got this thing. On the other hand, there's 2 other screws that we need to remove. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. All right, let me see if I can do more this way. Good, okay. Good. Now watch this. Let's see if I can move this thing. I really want to show you as much as possible to help you guys out. Because I know some of you are in the field, some of you are students, some of you are... Okay. Let's go this way. Nope. Let me go this way. Okay, here we go. We got also these things right here. We need to remove 1, 2, 3. That is... These things, they hold, let's say, the NIC card or anything. So I'm just gonna remove them. Once you remove them, just be careful. You do not want to lose it, and you see how it goes. Now, there are times I do take pictures of my work and I label my cabling, but I just want to advise you just to be careful if you take pictures in a data center or any place that you want to get permission. There are places you're not allowed whatsoever. And I remember I told you guys earlier in my preview, in my other preview video, sometimes they may ban you. You don't want this thing to happen. In other words, ban means you're not allowed to ever come back again. And that's the worst part. All right. So we removed all this stuff. Now you could see how this motherboard is coming out now. See it? And it's removed. This is the motherboard. Ta-ta-ta! All right. Let me see. I want to make sure. Okay. So you could see it. And I'm going to take also the CPUs out as well, just to show you how it's being done. All right. Okay. So we're going to put it right here on the side. And okay, let's see. Let me make a little close up so you could see better. All right. Okay, you could see the okay, this is better, much better now to see. Okay, so basically here, these are the memory, and sometimes I told you earlier, you could really break your fingernails and it's very painful. Some people, they have like a small tool or a screwdriver. What they do is they put them right here and you hold down and you pop them all at the same time, okay? But I don't want to do it to a point, because this is really not a tool, it's just a screwdriver. So I just do it like that. Or you could do it like this. You pop all the memory out. All right, so let me just take out the CPUs to show you. So this is CPU 0. I believe they are AMD Ryzen. These CPUs are AMD Ryzen. The other CPUs with a motherboard, they are embedded, but I don't want to confuse you. There is another one that I have taken out. It is it's under perk members. So it gives you some tricks of the trade and what you need to do. Now, for those of you who are perk members, make sure you sign up. What happens is if you have any questions, comments, I respond to you fast. Now, I think I also said something, oh, to help me out pay my bills. Obviously, it's not. I have to take that back. It does not pay my bills. $2.99, it does not pay my bills. All right, so we're gonna remove the CPU heatsink. This is a heatsink. And there, look, you could see how old it is. You could see how old it is. You see how dirt and all that kind of stuff? All right. Yeah, it is dirty. So in this case, you need to wipe this thing off and apply small amount of CPU paste. All right, let's keep going. Let's see, let me do more close-ups on the CPU. How's that? All right, this is CPU 0. So in this case, you see this lever right here? You just move it that way and it moves up and you release it. And this is the CPU. When you remove it, they have small notches right here. Oh wow, look at this. Let me make it a little bit. Okay, you see that right there? Let me get my screwdriver. You see these things? They have to line up into the socket of the motherboard. They go certain ways. Why? And you have to be careful, because here you don't want to damage them, darium or whatsoever. So your best bet anytime you take a CPU out, after you clean and everything else, you want to make sure there is no bent or broken or damage. Let me see if I can do more close-ups. I love to do more close-ups to show you. That's how it looks. All right. Now, if you ever need to remove these things and replace it, see, in this case, I removed the whole motherboard. I did not need to do it. But here, I want to show you how to put this in back. Let's just say hypothetically you're putting it wrong, this way. See, it does not sit nicely. See, that's how you know it's wrong. Don't put this thing under it, you're gonna damage it. So what you can do is, you remove this thing, and it has, you see this thing right here? There's a small arrow right there, that arrow right there. That tells you it goes right there. So your best bet, once you bring it over, you line it up with these notches. When you drop it, you could see it's not moving anywhere. See, did you hear it? You got it right. All right, let's see. Let's close this back on. Making sure, man, this is really old. All right, now the memory, same thing. It's really simple. You could just remove it. These, I believe, they're only 2 gig. And let's see. Yeah, they're 2 gig. See them? If in case you need a part number, it's right there. Let me move my finger. Okay. And when you push it in, it clicks. And if it doesn't click, just make sure it sits nice. All right, that's about it, people. I mean, really nothing much to it. I just want to show how it's been done. Now I'm gonna put this CPU heatsink back on. The reason I'm putting it back on without cleaning it and doing anything else, these are decommissioned, so I don't really need to do anything about it. I don't need to do anything to clean or put new paste. All right. So as I said to you earlier, these, where it says Sun, they have to go symmetrical right here. They have to line up. So you can't really mess up. See? They only go one way. All right. And now I'm gonna put this thing back on. So I don't need to take the other CPU. It's the same thing. And when you screw these things back on, make sure you do it like in a zigzag mode. You know what I mean by that? Like, let's say you do this one, then you do that one, this one. Zigzagging, it's called. And see, these things don't miss or don't lose those springs. These are pressure screws. Okay. So we took out the whole motherboard, we took out one CPU, we show you how it's being done. And see, once it stops, by the way, do not over tighten, please, because you always have to think of the other tech or the next FSEs. You never know. I found them sometimes broken. You believe it or not? No, I do not know why they shouldn't, but but I did find him broke. Okay, so let's put this motherboard on the side. And put back the server, put it back here. And let's do less close-ups. Here we go. Now let's see this motherboard. Okay. And the motherboard on this one right there. Okay, all right, so we're gonna put it back in. You see, when I try to put it back in, this thing is in a way, so you wanna make sure diagonally, like that, and lift this cable and put it back in. Once you put it back in, you line it up. When you line it up, you want to make sure, let's see, these things, they fit in, those inputs. You want to make sure that you line it. There we go. See how they popped out? You got the VGA, the management port, and the rest of the USBs and everything else. You see them? And the NIC. Okay, so now it's really easy, not much to it. If these things come off, or you make sure you put them back in, which is this one right here. So since there's no NIC cards, it would be right here. But it's really simple because, as I said earlier, these are decommissioned, so you really don't worry about them. But I just simply want to show you how to take out the motherboard, which we did. All right, let's put these brackets back on. And here I am. I think it's not showing. Let me see if I can show you. I'm sorry, right there. Okay. And don't forget these small pieces, they go right there before you plug it. Now these things is to hold on if there is any peripherals or nodes such as NIC cards or riser cards. You want to make sure you don't want to lose these. Okay. Now there is those, and don't forget these screws. Let's take out this one. Let's put this one first. This one goes right there. I'm really like almost done with it. So it has like 8 screws. This motherboard has 8 screws. You got 2, 4, 6, 8. Yep, to be exact, 8. And then two other bolts, which I'm gonna point out to you where they go. And these things, they may need like wrench or special. That I never seen a motherboard with bolts like these, but I guess they do, huh? Every day you learn something new. Well, make sure you don't have extra screws. That means you miss some. All right, now I want to show you what I'm talking about, those special bolts. Oh, Raina, thank you. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. You see right here? This is what I'm talking about. These, let me just do it with my other hand since I'm holding the camera. These things right here. You see it? These are bolts. Yeah, bolts. They're not screws. There's two of them. So I'm just gonna do it with my hand. And that's it. Really, you don't need to tie them up. See it? There's one. Let me do the other one as well. It's like tight, but like tight space, I should say. See there? Okay, now on the other hand, what we need to do is we need to bring the other cable. Let's see, where the heck are we? Here we go. This thing, remember I told you earlier? We need to put it back in. So we need to fish it through here. You see? Wait, let me see if I can bring this. I'm using like a special gadget. There, you see it? You see it? It needs to go here. Okay. You see it? And then you come over here. And once you see how it needs to be pushed on that to show you, see how it looks. So I need to line it up and push it down. Okay. Otherwise, you're gonna say, oh, how come it has no power? Well, you probably forgot to put the cable. Let's see, this way. Okay. And now you come over here, you do the same thing. You see it? You see how it looks? They need to line up with those two. So I'm gonna do the same thing. Thank you, Raina. You're the only one who's watching and paying attention. That's good. Good girl. Good lady. So we're all good. See? What I'm doing is I'm pushing them back in, making sure it's nice and tight, or firm, I should say. Don't forget this also, this cable. See it? It needs to go there. All right, so I'm gonna put it right now. Thank you, Rain. Okay, I pushed it, see? It's all good. All right. Now, I'm gonna put the rest of the CPU fans right here. They're really simple. These things, if you need to remove it, let's see. I think I told you earlier, see these things? You unscrew these things. This is for the power supply fan. See, once you loosen it, and then you could remove it. See? And there's the part number, maybe. Okay, let's put it back on. See? And then same thing, these are the power supply, the 0, and this is 1, 0, 1. See, Oracle, they start with 0, 1. Others, they start with 1. They don't start there. So you push this thing like that, and then you pull it. There's a part number in case you need it. Okay. Same thing with the other one, which I'm not gonna do. So let's make it quick. And now don't forget, we need to put this one back on. Remember I told you earlier? This one goes right here. Now, before I put this here, these things, they go, see these small notches right here? On the side, they need to go. Let me show you what I mean. Okay. So, here, you see this in here? You see there's 1, and there's 2. You gotta line it up. Once you line up those 2, which is these, they should hook up nicely. There. All right, you know what? Let me put this thing down. Okay. Oh, this is better. Ooh. Instead of me holding it. Okay, so now I'm gonna put this thing like that. You see it? And then this one has to be screwed down with a screwdriver, like this. You hear it? So once it stops, stop. That's it. Don't do it anymore. Okay, this is for the DVD-ROM if you want to take it out, but I don't need to. Nowadays, nobody even takes them out. I mean, I'm surprised. Okay, so let's put the rest of the, let's put this one over here, maybe to show you more. Let me move the camera. And okay, so now we're gonna put the fans on. They go a certain way. Obviously, you see this thing right here? That's where it clips on. They only go a certain way. Now, they do usually tell you this is the handle, but they're so old, sometimes they break off. So let's just drop this in here. Like this, see how the handle broke off? They're so old. There it goes, and it even fell off. You go figure. All right. Okay, we put them all back on. Looking good. So the motherboard is not that bad. It's not as difficult as we thought. And what's the next thing we need to do? Basically, once all this is done, you want to do the bezel. You're going to put the bezel back on. Now let me go on the other side. With the bezel, you need to make sure you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But this is where the top screw, you screw from the top. This is where you release it and you tie it up. So let's do that. So let me move it. So you go like that. You lift it. That's it. Once you line it up, it's all good. And we need to get the cover. This is the cover, remember? So we're gonna lift this thing like that. Let me show you what I mean by that. It makes it a lot easier. So if you lift this thing, should be this way, sorry about that. If you lift this thing, you go like that in the front. And then you slide it. Actually, no, I made a boo-boo. I need to move this thing. I gotta put the cover first, which is okay. And you just pop it again. See? You don't need to remove the whole thing. Just go like that. And I need to line it up right there. There we go. And what I need to do is you push it that way. Look, see? See? And then you're good. Now you push this thing back in the car. And with here, that screw, you need to, let me see if I can move the camera. Let me show what I mean by that. Because you guys like, what you doing? Okay, here we go. Okay, so basically what I was doing earlier, you see this thing, the bezel? And once you put the bezel back on, you put the lid, there's that screw right there. It's a Phillip. It's right here. And then you gotta screw it. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm locking it. And that's it, it's all good. The next thing, and lastly, we're gonna put the cover back on. Ta-da! And the cover is this, the handle. Remember that push button to release? So once you just put it back on, just go like that. Let's make sure nothing in the way. Yep. There. Okay, that's it. So basically what I did, you go like this. That's it. All right, questions, comments, you know what to do, where to find me. Make sure you subscribe as a perk member. And again, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, God bless. Thank you for everything. You really need a simple screwdriver, a flat, as well as a Phillip. But you may need some of these hacks, which you do not need, but you need those two small bolts for that motherboard. All right, that's about it. Thank you all, and adios. Thank you.